Picture this. It's the year 2035. You're driving down a futuristic highway where every car around you is silent, sleek, and powered not by gasoline, but by something new. To your left, an electric vehicle glides past, zero emissions powered by the latest solid-state battery. To your right, a hydrogen car refuels in minutes, releasing nothing but water vapor into the air. Behind you, a hybrid switches effortlessly between gas and electric, giving its driver the best of both worlds. So here's the big question. Which technology will dominate the roads of 2035? Will EVs continue their unstoppable rise? Will hydrogen finally prove it's more than hype? Or will hybrids, the quiet survivors, still hold their ground? Today, we're diving into the ultimate showdown, EVs versus hydrogen versus hybrids. And trust me, the answer isn't as simple as you might think. Let's start with the current king of the hill, electric vehicles. By 2035, EVs are predicted to make up more than half of all new car sales in the US and Europe. That means 1 in every 2 cars hitting the road will likely be electric. And it's not hard to see why. First, technology is advancing at an unprecedented rate. Today's lithium-ion batteries offer a range of 300 to 400 miles, but by 2035, we anticipate solid-state batteries with ranges exceeding 600 miles on a single charge. And the real kicker? Ultra-fast chargers that can take you from 0 to 80% in under 10 minutes. Imagine grabbing a coffee, and by the time you take your last sip, your EV is ready to roll. But it's not all smooth highways. EVs come with real challenges. Charging infrastructure needs to expand dramatically. Currently, many regions continue to struggle with charger availability. By 2035, countries will need millions of public chargers to keep up with demand. And then there's the elephant in the room: raw materials. Batteries rely on lithium, cobalt, and nickel, resources that are finite and often mined under harsh conditions. Recycling tech is improving, but the question is, can supply chains keep up with exploding demand? Still, EVs offer massive advantages: low running costs, fewer moving parts to break down, and the potential for completely carbon-free driving when powered by renewables. And let's not forget, EVs aren't just cars anymore. They're rolling computers. By 2035, Tesla's robo-taxis, Ford's connected fleets, and GM's self-driving EVs could completely change how we think about mobility. Your car may not just drive you. It could also power your home during blackouts, or even earn you money when you're not using it. Now let's talk about the underdog, hydrogen cars. For decades, hydrogen has been hyped as the fuel of the future. But in 2035, it might actually become reality. Here's why. Hydrogen cars are basically electric vehicles too, but with a twist. Instead of charging a battery, they create electricity on the go by combining hydrogen with oxygen. The only thing that comes out of the tailpipe? Pure water vapor. The biggest advantage? Refueling speed. A hydrogen tank can be filled in under 5 minutes, just like today's gas cars. Compare that to the 20, 30, or even 60 minutes you might spend at a charger, and hydrogen feels like magic. And then there's range. By 2035, hydrogen sedans and SUVs could push past 500, even 600 miles per tank, making them perfect for road trips. Heavy-duty trucks and buses, which struggle with massive EV batteries, may lean heavily on hydrogen. Even airplanes are being tested on hydrogen fuel. But let's be real, the challenges are huge. First, infrastructure. In 2025, there were fewer than 2,000 hydrogen stations in the entire world. That's nothing compared to hundreds of thousands of EV chargers. Building enough stations by 2035 requires billions in investment and strong government backing. Second, producing hydrogen cleanly is expensive. If it's made using fossil fuels, it defeats the purpose. The real game changer is green hydrogen, produced using renewable electricity and water. But scaling that up? Not easy. Still, companies like Toyota, Hyundai, and Honda aren't giving up. Countries like Japan, Germany, and South Korea are betting big, pouring billions into hydrogen research. By 2035, hydrogen may not replace EVs, but it could carve out a powerful niche, especially for commercial vehicles and long-haul driving. Now let's talk about the survivors, hybrids. Hybrids have been around for decades. Remember when the Toyota Prius first hit the roads in the early 2000s? People laughed at its quirky design. but it changed everything. By 2035, hybrids may still be around, not as the star of the show, but as the reliable backup singer. Here's the deal. Hybrids combine the best of both worlds. Short trips, you run on electric power. Long drives, the gas engine kicks in. No range anxiety, no waiting at chargers. No hunting for hydrogen stations. Plug-in hybrids or EVs. Take it even further, allowing you to drive 30 to 60 miles on pure electricity, then switch to gas when needed. For most daily commutes, that means you're basically driving an EV. But here's the catch. As EVs get cheaper and hydrogen grows, hybrids may feel like yesterday's tech. Critics argue they're just a transition solution, not a long-term answer. Still, in regions where charging networks are weak or hydrogen is too costly, hybrids could be the most practical option. By 2035, hybrids may not dominate, but they'll remain an important bridge, especially in rural areas and developing nations where full EV adoption is slower. Think of them as the safety net in our global fuel transition. So let's pit them head-to-head: EVs, hydrogen, and hybrids. Refueling and range. Hydrogen wins for speed and distance. EVs are catching up with fast charging and solid-state batteries. Hybrids stay versatile with both gas and electric. Cost? EVs are expected to become the cheapest overall to own. Hybrids stay mid-range. Hydrogen? Still pricey, unless clean hydrogen production scales massively. Infrastructure. EV chargers are spreading like wildfire. Hydrogen? Playing catch-up. Hybrids? Already supported by today's gas stations. Environment. EVs powered by renewable energy are the cleanest. Hydrogen can be clean too, but only if produced with renewables. Hybrids cut emissions but still burn fossil fuels. So is there one clear winner? Not really. By 2035, the winner depends on who you are and where you live. City drivers may love EVs. Truckers and long-haul travelers may lean hydrogen. Families in rural towns may stick with hybrids. It's not a single finish line. It's 3 different races happening at the same time. And that's the future of fuel in 2035. The truth is, there won't be just one answer. EVs, hydrogen cars, and hybrids will each find their place in the ecosystem. What matters is that all 3 bring us closer to cleaner, smarter, and more efficient transportation. So now I want to hear from you. If you had to pick just one, would you bet on EVs, hydrogen, or hybrids to dominate the roads of 2035? Drop your answer in the comments. I'll be reading every single one. This is NextGearByMAM, bringing you the future of mobility today. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more futuristic car insights, and don't forget to share this video with your fellow car enthusiasts. Until next time, keep your gears turning toward tomorrow.